small town America.
All right. Hey, thank you there, Barry Corbin, for doing that little intro for us there. Get in the truck, Small Town America. It's Thursday night. Glad to be with you. Apologies for not coming to you with the show the last couple of weeks. We've just been extremely busy. The Rangers won the World Series. And if you follow along on social media, I had a chance to go over and work and get the sets built for the player interviews. And what an honor and a blessing and a privilege it was to be there and hang out with the players and get that done. So, man, that's been a blast. Then we've been hanging out with Barry Corbin and Daniel Edwards and all the Siouxland and all of them down there in Hico, Texas this past weekend, shooting our episode. Go over and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Small Town America, over on YouTube tonight at 8 o'clock. Tales of the Wild West, that series is kicking off. And we're starting it with Billy the Kid. We were down in Hico, and you're going to hear from Daniel Edwards, who wrote the book about Brushy Billy Roberts. We'll talk about it a little bit here on the show, and just go over again. Welcome and thank you to all of our new fans and followers that are getting in the truck with us and joining us. We come to you and try to do this recap every Thursday night, just what we're doing, and then this weekend we go out, and I want to encourage you to get reconnected in the communities, get reconnected in the events. Holidays are coming up. A lot of things are going on. This Saturday is Veterans Day. So there's a lot of Veterans Day events going on. Let's go and honor our veterans this weekend. So get out there, be a part of your community, be a part of what's going on in your neighborhood and your community and your city and your state. I know for us, digging into preserving our heritage, we are going to be hanging around Fort Worth for the Western Swing Festival that kicked off today, and it's going to run for the next 3 days. It's a 3-day festival kicking off today, and Saturday we're going to be out and checking out a brand new film in the history of Western Swing. So again, too, as I encourage you to get behind the independent filmmakers. This is one of those projects you want to get behind, and we're gonna let's look at the trailer, and then we'll come back. We'll talk about it just a little bit.
Nothing made Bob madder than if you'd call his music hillbilly music.
Because Western swing is jazz.
It gave rise to rockabilly and to rock and roll.
It gets inside your soul, your heart.
It brings tears to many people's eyes when they hear it.
Most exciting time in my life to find Western swing music.
They might not know exactly what they're hearing, but they know they like it.
Its intention was to make people feel like dancing. If the people in the clubs weren't dancing, that means they didn't like you.
Yeah, so we're going to be out there. We're actually going to go and see the screener to this on Saturday. Our friend Barry Corbin, as you see that he's in there, Junior Brown, and we're just going to meet with a lot of the bands that are playing there. I think there's like over 20 bands playing this weekend, and it's part of our heritage, our Western heritage. You want to know where our music comes from, but again, too, this is an independent project. Hollywood just announced the strike is over. They're all going to go back to work. Great thing for the crews and all of that. But again, too, we don't need Hollywood. If we'll get behind these independent projects, you'll get behind shows like us. We can use all your help as we're growing here. All of the followers that are coming in, all of this comes out of my pocket. It's my time, my resources. Everything comes out just because I want to give you good content. I want to provide you with that, but I can only do it with your help. So if you can go over and help us out, get behind these independent filmmakers. We were down there in Hico, Texas, doing our Billy the Kid deal. The film festival is going on. And there were some really great films that are out there. Again, too, though, we're not backed by studios. We're not backed by networks. We're not backed by big companies. It's all stuff that we do on our own. In fact, my good friend Nick was in town, got to catch up with him. Let's do the interview because he had a film, a trailer for a film that they are working on about the history of trick ropers. Amazing deal. You don't realize what our heritage is, but these guys are following a little. Just let Nick talk about it.
All right. Hey there, Small Town America. You know, we come down here to the Billy the Kid Museum, Hico, Texas. Didn't know I was going to run into my good friend Nick. Nick, man, you've got an actual documentary in the festival that's over our history and our heritage of trick roping.
Well, it's actually a trailer for our movie, The Roping Fools, which will be out after the first of the year. The movie is finished, but we can't show it yet, so we're just showing this trailer so people get an idea of what it's about.
Right, but you're digging into the heritage,
Yes.
the history,
Yes.
The different types of ropes, where you come through the vaqueros and the Spanish culture, and all the way up to
Exactly.
the American cowboy.
Exactly.
Right. Well, what can we expect from you? I mean, what are you out doing now besides calf roping and all of that yourself?
Well, I'm promoting this film, which is by Will Fitzpatrick, an excellent movie. And my next project is I've been commissioned to write a screenplay and a treatment on the life of a famous trick rider who has a great comeback story from a near-death experience.
Wow. And then where can people go if they want to follow you and follow the film and get more information?
Well, they can go to either my Facebook page, Instagram under my name, Nick Pernocus, if you can spell the last name, and also Will Fitzpatrick, who's an excellent filmmaker, young filmmaker, and he's also a third-generation trick roper. Without him, this movie wouldn't have been possible.
Right, right. And so do you dig into the different makes of the ropes and how they do that, or is it just
Well,
more on the...
it's not really a how-to, but trick ropers learn a lot from watching videos like this, but basically we're talking about the history, the legacy, and the process you have to go through to learn, but it's also following 5 of the current top trick ropers who have completely diverse backgrounds, how they learned and what they do. And the trick roping community is sort of an underground community. It's not really the Western community. Some trick ropers are circus clowns. Some of them are gymnasts. It's used in magic acts. So there's a diverse community, and they're really underserved by media. So where you have all kinds of roping videos and rodeo videos and programs, the trick roping community doesn't have that. And what we've seen, we put on 2 conventions, since we started shooting this, and the grassroots support is incredible because they're hungry for any kind of media about the trick roping world.
Right, right. And there's so much different culture and heritage that comes through there. And that's what, we talk about protecting our heritage.
Yeah.
A lot of this is handed down from generation
Exactly.
to
And
generation.
our film emphasizes that because we start with the Hispanic roots right up through Will Rogers, and then the next generation that came after him, and they're the ones that these guys all learn from. And it has a big influence. Like we have one of our main principal characters did all the stunts on Kingsman Golden Circle. So a lot of this trick roping overlaps with the entertainment industry as well, besides the Western and the other entertainment industries.
All right, Small Town America, you know our motto, get in the truck.
Right. And so, man, it's great seeing Nick. Nick's an amazing leather work. The saddles, he redoes saddles and makes saddles and does some amazing work. Great calf roper. And so it was great to catch up with him and see this project that they're working on. And again, too, you heard him talking about, it is our mission to pass our heritage down to the next generation. And you heard him talking about this film documents how our American cowboy and the way that we learned the cowboy and horsemanship that came from the Spanish vaqueros and the buckaroos. And that's where we developed here in our American cowboy that we know today. Will Rogers was an amazing trick roper, could handle a rope. And that's this next generation. And that's what the whole purpose of this film is about. And they're getting it all set up, but too, they need your backing. You need the independent. There's some great films out there. It's the heritage. We're going to go over and cover more of that there on the history of Western swing music. A great documentary piece there. This that we were talking about with Billy the Kid. Just what we're doing here in Small Town America. We just give you highlights, hoping that you'll want to dig back into it and do more research yourself. That's why I have our books. Grab your copies of Prayers for Our Nation. Take the Pledge. 2 great books. You can grab them online. You just go over to smalltown-america.org. It's all just little nuggets of information that I hope that you will dig into and then want to go and research and learn yourself. But I can't do it without your help. So, man, if you want to help preserve our heritage, get behind what we're doing here at Small Town America and keep us going. We're one of the fastest growing shows out there. Continue, share us, like us, but get behind us. Go over smalltown-america.org. Click that little fuel button. whatever you can do to help put a tank of gas in there or get us to an event, or we're looking for sponsors. If you want to sponsor the show, we'll be glad to get out there and do some social media stuff for you. We got to push you out there. We'll let you sponsor the show, be a part of what we're doing with Barry Corbin and this Wild West series. And as we keep growing at all of these events, and we have tons of events coming up all through November and going into December. We're already started booking for some events. Go over, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have actually, I did a whole another episode just on the city, the town, the little small town of Hico. I did that. We went around town and met some amazing people. I was totally blown away with just how much business the small town of Hico does. From the Wiseman House with the chocolates, you'll be able to see those interviews, and we're going to be posting some stuff on our social media platforms there. Popcorn Works, just people that made popcorn, which is amazing popcorn, because they had sponsored some of the film festivals, so you got to have Hico Popcorn Works popcorn, amazing popcorn, and people from all over the world, they're ordering their popcorn. It was amazing. It was just a great time, and everybody was just friendly. The heritage and all of that. You'll be able to catch all of that over there on our YouTube channel. Just go over and subscribe, like it, share it, follow, let everybody know what we're doing here at Small Town America. And let me just show this little trailer, as we're talking about Hollywood. The strike is over, and they're going to go back to work. But one of the issues that they had, and we're seeing a lot of it now popping up here in our content creator world, of AI, and letting AI give us the information, do our stuff. I've been using some of it. Some ways it does take a little bit of a load off on the editing process, but then others are they giving the right information in what they're doing? And that was kind of something of the things that they were striking about, as writers were feeling that AI is going to replace them. And so that was why they were striking and trying to make sure that writers secure their spots. Because, you just give a topic and AI just kind of goes out there, and whatever's in the meta universe, whatever's out there, it compiles all that data and creates a story. And I used it. We created it for the Tales of the Wild West trailer that we were using. I actually, we talk about it in the show tonight. If you go over and subscribe to Tales of the Wild West, you'll hear me talk with Daniel Edwards, who's a researcher, wrote the book Alias Billy the Kid, is a expert in the field of Billy the Kid. So we have a big discussion about this trailer and what AI did, and his thoughts, and you'll be able to see that tonight at 8:00. But I'll go ahead and show you the trailer now. This is what all I did was just typed in Billy the Kid, and I let AI create the script, and then I had to go find the videos and put it in there.
Have you ever wondered why the name Billy the Kid resonates with the wild, untamed spirit of the American frontier? His tale, steeped in rebellion and controversy, paints a vivid picture of the Wild West, a time of outlaws and lawmen, of saloons and showdowns. So buckle up as we delve into the life of this notorious outlaw. Born Henry McCarty in the bustling metropolis of New York City in 1859, Billy the Kid's life took a dramatic turn when his family moved west to New Mexico. His mother passed away when he was just 14, leaving him orphaned and alone. With no one to guide him, he took his first steps into a life of crime, stealing food and clothes to survive. By the time he was 17, Henry had adopted the alias Billy the Kid. His life was about to take a darker turn. In August 1877, during a fracas in an Arizona saloon, Billy shot and killed a man. It was his first recorded killing, the act that would transform him from petty thief to wanted murderer. Billy's notoriety grew when he became involved in the Lincoln County War, a bloody feud between rival business factions in New Mexico. Billy aligned himself with the faction known as the Regulators. This gang of deputized men fought to avenge the murder of their employer, leading to a series of violent confrontations. Billy's role in these events further cemented his reputation as a ruthless outlaw. However, there was more to Billy than just his infamous criminality. He was also known for his charm and his quick wit, attributes that made him a popular figure among the common folk. Despite his criminal activities, he was often portrayed as a symbol of resistance against the oppressive authorities. In July 1881, Billy's life on the run came to an end. He was shot and killed by Sheriff Pat Garrett in Fort Sumner, New Mexico. His death, at the tender age of 21, marked the end of one of the most notorious careers in the history of the American West. So, what have we learned about Billy the Kid and the Wild West? Born Henry McCarty, he became Billy the Kid, a symbol of the lawless and untamed spirit of the frontier. His involvement in the Lincoln County War increased his notoriety, while his charm and wit endeared him to the common people. His life was a tumultuous one, marked by crime and rebellion, yet his story remains a fascinating insight into the complexities of life in the Wild West. Billy the Kid's tale is a testament to the often harsh realities of the American frontier. His life, while undoubtedly marred by violence and crime, also highlights the resilience and tenacity of those who lived during this tumultuous period in American history. His story, like the Wild West itself, is a complex tapestry of conflict, survival, and the enduring human spirit.
Yeah, so that's our AI generated teaser. Again, too, this is why the writers in Hollywood was one of their gripes, and one of their things that they were striking about was, is that going to take over their job? Again, too, all I did was just type in Billy the Kid. That created the whole script for me. All I had to do was hunt down the videos, drop them into place. But it did all of that for me. And we talk about it. I talk about this with Daniel Edwards. That is all the historical information that AI could find on the web, out in the metaverse, and put it together. And actually, I have posted that. You can find that teaser trailers out on YouTube. And I've already had some historians come back, and we've been commenting and chatting about, hey, that's great presentation. But there's more to the story. Well, that's what the whole deal. We spent the whole weekend with Barry Corbin, Daniel Edwards, and spent the weekend in Hico talking about the rest of the story. We were there at the Billy the Kid Museum, and man, we had a blast. And so you'll be able to catch that. Tune in at 8 o'clock tonight over on our YouTube channel and catch Tales of the Wild West, Small Town America, Billy the Kid. It was a great story. And again, too, Daniel Edwards, who has written the book, Alias Billy the Kid, has Barry Corbin's a narrator of it, so you can get an audio if you want to hear Barry read the story of Brushy Bill, how it ties into Billy the Kid. And he's also working on a new film documentary with Emilio Estevez. I've got the trailer. He's allowing me to show the trailer. You can see this and jump in there and get behind the story of Brushy Bill and what they're doing on the Billy the Kid story. Some of the photos you saw in our trailer, that is the new Silver City photo that has been identified and claimed through Daniel Edwards and his research team to be Brushy Billy Roberts, who also they claim to be Billy the Kid. Let's see the trailer.
What you are about to see is a never-before-seen photo of Billy the Kid taken in Silver City in August of 1877, possibly just a few days after killing Wendy Cahill, and very likely wearing the same fancy outfit that started their argument and resulted in Billy the Kid killing his first man. This photo captures the Kid at the pivotal moment when he was deciding whether or not to join the Lincoln County War and when he was right on the precipice of circumstances that would launch him into global fame. There are multiple subjects in this photograph, and 2 of them have been definitively identified as matching their historical counterparts by Detective Michael Furia, a facial recognition expert currently employed by the New York City Police Department in their facial recognition unit. Detective Furia is a world-leading forensic artist, and he's used modern forensic techniques to match this photo to other known photos of the subjects it contains. Unlike other alleged photos of Billy the Kid, this photo is crystal clear, and the impact it leaves on the legacy of Billy the Kid may be far more significant than anyone could have imagined. I'm Emilio Estevez, and I hope.
Yeah. So I got the chance to see the full documentary that Daniel Edwards has, the Zoom call and the interviews that he had with Michael Furia, and it's some amazing evidence. It was really mind-blowing, and you're going to hear a little bit of us just talking about that tonight on our episode of Tales of the Wild West. But go over and subscribe to his. I mean, he has chat groups, Facebook groups. Daniel Edwards, grab the book because the research that he's doing on Billy the Kid and Brushy Billy Roberts and the whole rest of the story that AI doesn't show you or doesn't tell you is out there, and it's an amazing story. We had a blast. Man, we just had a blast hanging out. There's so much history that we don't talk about. We ran into people there in Hico with Bonnie and Clyde, and you can see that over at on the city of Hico that's already out. You can catch that, and man, it's just a blast. And I want to encourage you, if you're into preserving our history and protecting our heritage and all of that, then I encourage you to get behind us independent guys that are doing that. Jump out there and do that, because another independent great movie that I had a chance to work on is Bringing Back Christmas. You probably heard us talking about this. We tried to get it out last Christmas, and we shot it in the hottest time of July to get it out by Christmas, and then just getting it out there, we decided to hold off and get it out. But it comes out next week, November 17th. Put it on your calendars. Wherever your favorite streaming source is going to be, look up Bringing Back Christmas and pull up the poster. Pull up Bringing Back Christmas with Dean Cain, Lou Allen Baker, Mark Christopher Lawrence. We're going to be working on some events here in the next couple of weeks, so stand by on that. We're going to try to get where you can get out and meet these guys. We're going to be trying to really talk up the film and do some things here locally with Small Town America. We're going to be trying to work on some things, so stand by on that. Let me show you the trailer, and I encourage you to get behind this film again too. This is an independent film. All of this comes out of the producer's pockets and all that, so it's going out to streaming services so we can get it in your hands, so you can be able to see it and enjoy it. Here's the trailer.
Just days before Christmas, Daniel Reese was ready to celebrate the season like never before.
It sounds like I'm getting a promotion.
Until...
You are amazing. We just don't have a job for you.
I'm getting fired. Kicked to the curb right before Christmas.
Now...
You've been stalking me all afternoon.
I'm an angel. That's what we do.
In need of a little hope, he'll find heavenly help.
If God really cared about me, he would take me out of this mess.
And ultimately see the world in a whole new light.
You're going to come with me, and I'm going to introduce you to people who've had some hard knocks, too.
Just take the hand, Danny.
Not going to bite you.
Hello, Barnabas.
Hello, Barnabas.
Hi.
Good day.
This guy with the camel.
You look who's so important.
Everyone has a camel nowadays. When are we going to get one?
No. We're going to stick with the donkey. Let's cut to the chase. Your son, Joseph, is in love with our daughter, Mary.
The Holy One who is to be born will be called the Son of God.
And the plans he has for you, oh, my goodness.
Is this really what God wants?
Joseph,
Sorry, I mean a moment.
Just give me a sign.
Rediscover faith as hope is reborn.
Welcome to the Bethlehem Inn. How may I help you?
Bringing back Christmas.
You're supposed to be an angel for crying out loud.
Haven't you ever heard? It's all about.
Yeah, so November 17th, make sure you hit all your streaming services, Bringing Back Christmas. Man, as you can tell, it's kind of a new take on It's a Wonderful Life with a little comedy. And man, it was a blast. Like I said, we shot that when they say Christmas in July. Well, it's the hottest July here in Texas, and we shot that right here, all in the Dallas, Fort Worth, Weatherford area. Friends over at Capernaum Studios. If you notice some of the sets there, we were back over there. Then we were shot around the Fort Worth area. So really want to encourage you, get behind that project because I had a blast doing it, and we want to see it get out there and become the next Christmas holiday classic that you'll tune in with the family. It's a family-friendly film that you can actually sit down and enjoy with the family. And then, with everything else coming up, so that comes out November 17th, November 24th. We're going to be over at the Cowtown Coliseum. That's Black Friday. We're going to be over there starting around 8 in the morning. Come on out. We have 70 of the top youth bull riders over there for an invitation only bull riding. Let me do the deal. Bob Tolman's going to be the announcer. Here's the video for it. And man, I sure hope you come out and enjoy it.
Join me, Bob Tolman, and 70 of the best youth bull riders in America for the $50,000 Cowtown Cattle Battle, Friday, November 24th at the Cowtown Coliseum. It's the richest day in youth bull riding. The action starts at 9 a.m. with the championship round at 1 p.m. The Cowtown Cattle Battle, presented by Ava Electric and the Run and Be Rodeo Company. Get your tickets today at cowtowncoliseum.com or the Coliseum box office.
Yeah, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Come on out on Black Friday to Cowtown Coliseum. Bring the family. You got all the historic stockyards is going on right around there. 70 of the top riders, and these are their next generation cowboys. When we talk about preserving our heritage, this is it. This is a chance that we get to get out there with those kids and have a blast. Thank you to Bob Tolman, Ava Electric, and all of those for inviting Small Town America to come and be a part of it. So, thank you, the fans and followers here, for, just getting us out there and letting people know. So continue to share us, like us. Again, too, continue praying for one another, praying for Israel. So grab your copies of Prayers for Our Nation. Take the Pledge, 2 great books. You can get them, they come on Amazon. You can get them probably next day, but go over to smalltown-america.org and order your copies, especially for the holidays. These are great books, large print, easy to read. Kids love it, guys love it. So I put some pictures in there. It's designed, but it's also good, great nuggets. If you don't know what you need to be praying for, there's some prayers in there. It's George Washington's prayers are in there. It's the history of prayers of past humiliation. It's under that. Then we have the history of the flag. So it goes all the way to the Appeal to Heaven flag that George Washington flew. So it's a great deal there. And man, if you can help us out, jump over there, preserve our heritage. You can see all the things that we're doing. You can see the Tales of the Wild West that we're doing with Daniel Edwards, Barry Corbin. We want to continue to dig into more Tales of the Wild West, more stories. There's tons of it out there, ton of history that we don't talk about, tons of our heritage that we don't talk about. That's why we're going over to do the history of Western swing and meet with those bands and celebrate our music heritage here in Cowtown this weekend. So if you can go over there, go smalltown-america.org, hit on that fuel button, and whatever you can do, help us out. But main thing, continue to like, share, and subscribe and get the word out. That's what we need the most of. And then on that one, don't forget, Bringing Back Christmas, November 17th. Jump on there and share that. We've been excited. I have been excited. I almost waited an entire year that we can share this for you during the holidays, and I hope that it encourages you and that you get to have a great time with the family sitting down. Go over, order some Hico popcorn. Popcorn works in Hico, or from Wiseman Chocolates. Order some chocolates this holiday season. Sit down and enjoy bringing back Christmas. Get behind our independent filmmakers. Get behind our people. Come on out on Black Friday, November 24th. Doors open at 8 a.m. We're going to start 70 of the top youth bull riders. We're going to have a lot of fun. All that bucking stuff with a B. I had to do an apology on this because last time the closed captioning came out a little, they spell things different. So it's bucking with a B. All this bucking stuff we cover right here at Small Town America. Get in the truck with us. Until next week, we're here. We are 31 minutes, trying to keep it short. For Thursday night, go over to 8 o'clock tonight. You're going to catch the Tales of the Wild West. Subscribe to us on the YouTube channel. And then we'll be coming to you next week with some recaps because there's some other little special things we got going, some things we're going to be doing with bringing back Christmas. And I've got some stuff that's going on because the Rangers won the World Series. And so they're doing some other stuff, and I've had a chance to get around there. So tune in, follow us, like us, share us, but main thing, get in the truck.